So what Tifa was saying is you kind of want to gauge how far away you want to be to start off with an interaction with a person living with dementia. So 2 arms length away, so about 6 feet. You want to pause. This is where you want to greet them. This is where you want to initiate where your task is going to start. So you want to start with a high sign next to your face. You want to greet them with a smile, and you kind of want to have them track your voice. So you can say, "Hi, my name is so-and-so." So give them your name, be personable. You kind of got to start an interaction like you would anywhere else. Now, the next part, when you reach your hand out for a handshake, you don't move in until they give you that permission. So even if it's acknowledging your hand, it's not good enough. Unless they reach out for you or you see them make that attempt to reach out to you, then you can't do anything. So once you see that they're reaching out to you, that's when you know, okay, they're allowing me into their intimate space. So this is where the supportive stance comes in. So when you walk in, you kind of don't want to be in their face. Because you all remember how it felt to have someone directly in your face when you have binocular vision, right? It was intimidating. It seemed like they were going to do something to you that was kind of going to harm you. But with taking the supportive stance, you're able to be there, not even to say, we're going to do this, but I'm here to help you do this. So with this interaction, you kind of want to remember, you got to be friendly. And just make small talk. Give them a compliment. Point out their sweater, point out their jacket, point out the hat, the glasses, the little things. Because you never know how much they truly care about what they have. And if you can build a bridge by making that connection, then your interaction with a person living with dementia would go a lot smoother than it has proven to go in the past. So with this physical approach, do you think you can use this in another realm, or where else do you think you could use this? Anybody? Nothing? Wow. It's okay. So I'm gonna pass it on to Laura. She's gonna teach you what hand under hand is and give you a couple of uses of how we as PAC trainers utilize this.
So we are going to watch a video, and then we're going to take about 10 minutes, and we are all going to practice this hand under hand technique that Tifa's going to teach us about.
You stand there, I come in, and you like part of me.
Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh, no Wi-Fi, you're in there.
Did you forget to pay for virus protection for like the 30th week in a row? It's
Your body. So what we want to do instead, hand under hand, support there, take this hand and you can put your elbow under their elbow. Pressure at a joint is proprioceptive input and calming to individuals. Pressure on muscle bellies is stimulating and irritating because it activates short firing and causes them to tense up and frequently want to pull away. So what I want to do is be supportive rather than cause the person to be distressed. So hand under hand, and I can guide and direct, and I'm using just a little bit of pressure tension at the wrist, and I can get a turn here or a turn there. I can get her to lean forward to sit down. I can control a lot of movement initiation, getting started. She doesn't know how to get started. She's lacking that front part, but she has the movement once I get her going. The trick is helping her get going. So I want to do a partnered approach, doing it with her, not trying to do it to her. So with your partner, and we're going to have people around, I want you to approach, connect. Hey, it's Tifa. Good morning. Let's go this way. I want you to give a visual cue, and you give it from point of view of the person of which direction you want to travel. This way or this way, you can offer. But you want to direct the visual regard outward. Then you're going to step in and step forward and see if they follow your pattern. Okay, give it a try and see what happens to you.
Okay, so if you all want to grab your partner again. So building on what Jerry had just talked about, it is important that we use the positive physical approach before going into the hand under hand. So that's going to look like, Jerry, hi, it's Laura. We're going to wait until he gives me the okay, that it's okay to connect, which is he's extending his arm. When he extends his arm, that's how I know that it's okay to proceed. So then I'm going to move to the side in the supportive stance. And if you'll notice, when we go from this positive physical approach and rotate into the supportive stance, our hands make a butterfly. So kind of look for that. When you make that transition, you're going to look for creating that butterfly. And then you can go into, let's go this way. Let's go this way. So grab your partners, and you're each going to practice. One is the person living with dementia, and then the care partner. So one person be the person living with dementia, and then you'll swap. Okay, so everybody stand up, grab your partner. If there's anybody that doesn't have a partner, could one of you ladies in green kind of look around, make sure everybody has a partner? I think this gentleman, do you all have partners? This table's got an odd number of people. Everybody good? All right, so remember, hi. So the care partner, hand over the right shoulder, because most people are right-handed. That's why we do the right hand over the right shoulder. That's why we do the name badge on the right shoulder, because that's more natural visual field. Hi. So hi. Hi, Jerry. It's Laura. You look for them, you wait for them to extend their arm and say, okay. And once they extend their arm, and you make that connection, what you're doing here is you're building a bridge. And then you're going to rotate. You're going to watch for that butterfly, and then you're going to do the supportive stance. All right? Okay, rotate the other person. What are you all noticing about this transition? When you're meeting each other, and you're going in, and you're using that supportive stance. As the person living with dementia, what are you noticing?
You don't feel like they're like attacking you or anything, like it's such a smooth.
That's great, yes, exactly. Do you feel like something's being done with you instead of to you? You feel more like you've got this partnership, that bridge, you made that connection, you built that bridge, and now you're feeling like, okay, I've got a say in this. Okay, good. You guys did great. Feel free to have a seat. So when you were doing this technique, it felt more comfortable, would you say? Would you, if you were a person living with dementia, would you rather someone approach you this way? Or would you prefer someone to approach you like, hey Jerry, we're going to go to the kitchen?
That wasn't where I was actually scared.
Yeah. Okay, and he's got a full field of vision, like you guys do. All right, so does anybody here work in like a nursing home setting or hospital? Nursing home setting?
Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever noticed anyone ever going for an exit door? Yes. And what do you typically do? What do people typically do when a patient or a resident is trying to go through that exit door? Do what?
Avert them.
Yes. So, what do you think about this technique, applying this technique when, say, somebody's trying to go through an exit door? So if Jerry's a resident and trying to go through an exit door, not because they're doing anything bad, just because they're confused. Maybe they think that's the door to the bedroom. So if Jerry's trying to get through an exit door and I want to stop him from opening that, because usually alarms go off, I'm going to say, Jerry, hi, it's Laura. How are you? I'm good, thank you. I don't know, what are you up to this afternoon?
Nothing, just trying to go to the room.
Oh, you're trying to go to your room? Okay, well, let's go this way. Let's go this way. So without any confrontation, without getting into any kind of an argument or debate or no, this isn't your room, we simply said, oh, let's try this. We knew, he explained to us what he was trying to do, what his goal was, and we were able to capitalize on that and help him to get to his room. So, everybody's heard the commercial, this is your brain on drugs. Well, this is the brain on dementia. And as you can see, there are considerable physical changes. There's lots of gaps here. And with the normal brain, the typical brain, like all of you all have, there's good connectivity, this brain is robust, it's got a lot of blood flow. This rascal, it looks a little deflated. So I'm showing you this because it helps to give a visualization of what's actually physically going on with a person who's living with dementia. And I also want to stress the point that a person cannot control what their brain is doing. And something that a person was able to do yesterday or last week, they may not be able to do today or ever again. It is incumbent upon us as the care partners, and we use the term care partners, and Jerry touched on this, because we are building that bridge. We want to help improve a person living with dementia, their quality of life. It is incumbent upon us to meet the person where they are. If you're trying to assist someone when they're eating, and you notice that they are more confused or have less understanding about what they're trying to do, maybe they have a spoon in their hand, and they're confused about what to do, do you think this is a good time to say, well, Jerry, you were able to do it yesterday. I don't know, you know how to do this. Or would this be a good opportunity to think, okay, they've gone through brain changes. They might not be able to do today what they were able to do yesterday. And this is an opportunity where you can create that connection, you get in that supportive stance, and you help capitalize on what they aren't able to do. So maybe you could partner with them in the feeding. The young lady back here who works in a nursing facility, have you seen people that one day they're able to feed themselves, and then the next week or sometime in the future, they're not able to do that?
Yeah, because I'm in the dementia ward, and then
Perfect.
one guy was perfectly fine one day and then on hospice the next.
And so when you see, when your facility, when your staff, your team notices that a person is no longer able to do a certain thing, such as eating, what do they typically do to help assist that person?
We mostly hand feed, and we try to encourage them to do as much as they can, and if they can't, then we do it for them.
That's fabulous. One of the things that she hit on right there was encouraging them to do what they are still able to do. So as healthcare providers, time is going to be of essence, because you're going to have a lot of people to care for, and you're only going to have so many hours in a day, or so many minutes in an hour. So one of the things that we can get into, as care partners, that we can get into the habit of is saying, okay, Jerry, it's time to eat. I know that Jerry's not able to feed himself very well anymore, so I'm gonna go feed Jerry. So I sit him down and my goal is to make sure he gets enough nutrition. So historically, we would just feed somebody. Now, with this new information, some of the testimonials that Jerry touched on earlier, one of them was people eating. So, as this young lady said, they help us, they assist people, and if they're still able to the component of feeding that they're still able, or eating that they're still able to do, that's what you want to encourage. So that might be, I'm standing next to Jerry, and here is some soup. Put the spoon in my hand, and then he can simulate that motion himself, and that might trigger his memory. And then you're able to try to keep that muscle, that part of the brain, still intact. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we have gone through, or any comments? Any like aha moments? Surely there's at least one aha moment. Anybody have a family member who's living with dementia? You have one? You nodded your head. Can you see using any of this information with your family member?
Yes.
Okay. What specifically? Was there one specifically that's like, oh yeah?
When she's in a assisted living,
Mm-hmm.
and all I'd be in there visiting, and a nurse would come in and give her medicine, and she would do the, like, hi, I'm here today, like, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff.
And when you've seen her do that, is it your grandmother? Is that what you
My
said?
great aunt.
Your great aunt? Is she more receptive
Yes.
as opposed to just coming in, hi, I'm here to give you your medicine? So you've seen this work. You've seen this type of approach work. Okay, good. What areas are you all thinking about? Is there anybody for nursing? We've got quite a few nurses. All right, future nurses. You're definitely going to be coming in contact with people who are living with dementia in different stages. Whether you are in acute care, in a nursing facility, home health. So these techniques that we're talking about are applicable across the board, regardless of what realm you're going to be practicing in. What else do we have here? We have nurses. Everybody's a nurse? Okay. Well, you'll probably, if you choose to go to USI, you'll be hearing this information in some of your other classes as well, because this is the philosophy that people who are care partners to people with dementia, this is what we're going to, because as you saw at the beginning, Jerry talked about some of the research that's been done. This is the way to go to help people improve their quality of life. Jerry, do you have anything to add?
I think I'm talking,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. So Dr. Ellman, who is the director of the Healthy Aging and Wellness Program, she's our boss. She is actually on her way here right now from the airport. And this is her contact information. This is Jerry's contact information, mine, and Dr. Ellman's. If you all have any questions about this presentation, if you have any questions about the program, the gerontology program, please feel free to call us, to email us. We are here to help in any way that we can. What's after this? What's everybody's next stop after this?
Food and nutrition.
Food and nutrition. Oh, they were making some really delicious smelling things the other day. I guess they were having some kind of an international day. Do you all know about that? And they were preparing different foods from different cultures. Made my stomach, made my mouth water, yeah. And what time do you have to be there?
About to leave.
Okay,
You're
all right.
at perfect timing.
Thank you all, thank you very much.